Wake the up, Ohio gozaimasu.
Audio all good?
Wake the up, trash tasters. Get this Among Us out of here.
No! Why'd you throw him like that?
He needs to know.
Man, boy bounced.
Oh, you got ejected, man.
Yeah, he did.
Law accurate.
I thought you were looking for something there, Khan. You were like...
No, we'll wait on you, bro.
I'm looking for
Are we
the
ready?
start of this
I
podcast.
was waiting to see, am I good to start?
Yes,
Am I
you're
good?
good. You're
Okay,
good to
okay.
start. We're ready.
Welcome to the Trash Taste Podcast. Hope you're having a good one. I'm joined once again by the boys, Jerry and Khan.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Connor. And today, things are changing because
We
we're
are.
starting our anime club.
Yes, well,
Wow,
we're going to
wow.
call it an anime club.
Wow.
Trash
because,
Taste Anime Club.
because anime club sounds simpler than trash taste,
Things we
anime,
like.
manga, gaming, movies, and book club.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start. We're gonna call it anime club.
Yeah. Because we are an anime podcast
Yes.
after all.
So this idea came about over our Facing Our Fears series,
Yeah.
where we've done twice now, where we have recommended each of us to watch or play or read 3 different things.
Go check those out if you haven't yet.
Yeah, go check those out. And this is going to be following that kind of format, but instead of doing one whole episode of that, we thought we would do this. We would add this as a monthly segment to our podcast.
Is this the first time we're doing this on the podcast? Like a reoccurring segment?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know most podcasts out there do like a, okay, and now let's get into this particular segment, whatever. We're starting that 4.5 years into the
I know,
podcast.
right?
Well, look, basically, there's a bunch of shit out there that's really cool, and you want us to watch or have opinions on. So now
Yeah.
we'll occasionally watch things once a month,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and give you our thoughts.
Some
And-
of those recommendations will be from like us,
Yeah.
like kind of
Yeah.
recommending to one another, kind of like what we did for Facing Our Fears. And some of them will be from you guys over on the Patreon.
And
Yeah.
if you want to see our reactions to said media, you can do so on Patreon as well. We'll have an edited video
Hell yeah.
with us all reading, watching, reacting.
It's up right now if you
to
want a second monitor.
the stuff that we're going to be watching or talking about today, which is One Piece fan letter.
Yeah.
And Garnt, what's the other one?
So it was my turn to recommend a piece of media
Yep.
to the boys today. So on Patreon, you guys recommended the most upvoted one was One Piece fan letter, which I'm great taste, guys. Great taste. I'm very, very happy with that. So things were, you recommended something good. So I thought I'd go the opposite direction.
What do you
And
want for the memes?
I wanted to see these boys' reactions to My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today, the manga.
Was this a popular manga?
It is one that has just started.
It won the manga. It got an award from the manga awards, right?
It got an award in last year's Next Manga Awards.
That's right.
And I can't remember if it was. I think it was the international awards. So
Yeah.
Okay.
the international audience voted for My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today.
So which one should we talk about first?
want to talk about One Piece first?
Let's talk about One Piece fan
Let's talk
letter.
about One Piece fan letter.
We should explain what this is to people who don't know. I think we've briefly touched on it on the
Garnt's
podcast
touched up
before,
on
but
it,
we should probably
yeah.
explain it again.
Well, I've already had my chance at explaining it. So since this is your time, this is your boys' first reaction to it. I think I should throw the ball over to you guys.
Well, why don't you explain it? then,
Yeah,
Connor?
well, so One Piece fan letter is about, I believe it's just like one episode. I only watched one episode. There's only one episode.
Yeah, it's only one episode.
Yeah.
That is about the just everyday people in the world of One Piece and how the One Piece shenanigans affects their life. And basically, it is about 24 minutes of just pure, unadulterated fan stuff. What's
Fan
the word?
stuff.
Fan service?
Service. I was gonna say- It's just like it's like if you love One Piece, this is just pure dopamine. Because it's just every
30 seconds it's like, oh.
every 2 frames there's like yeah. So we can talk about that right now because it's pretty fun. Can I have the gavel first though?
Yeah.
Why? What are you gonna do with the
Can
gavel?
I have the thing, please? Okay.
Well,
All
like,
right.
I had to get that out. Thank you for spoiling a part of One Piece for me.
What?
You fuckers.
What? I thought you said you'd got to the you'd read the Whitebeard.
I just got there.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes. This is why. Like, I was gonna start it off by saying, when God recommended this, in the back of my head, I was like, is Connor caught up?
Because Connor had mentioned, okay, I interpreted that as I've read the Marineford arc.
Yeah.
The Whitebeard War arc.
Yeah.
Which was actually, I saw this, I was like, this is perfect because this literally takes place like in that arc.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Connor's caught up to everything he needs to. I didn't realize. So
It's basically right to explain it to
are you
people.
telling me you haven't finished it?
No, I just started that arc.
Oh my god!
To explain it, this takes place roughly like right as the
Literally
time
right
skip
after.
happens.
Well, like literally right
I'm
after.
having the fucking time of my life. I'm
Yeah.
watching this. I'm locked in. And like, there's like probably things that could be spoilers, but like at that point, you don't know what it is. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's not a spoiler. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever. And then they say one thing. They like, don't do any spoilers. And then they have like a 30-second scene where he's like, and then when this guy died, it had, and I was like, huh?
Which is like, must be, I think, look, I haven't caught up to One Piece, but the amount that I have read is probably the biggest plot twist in the series up until that point.
Yeah, nobody dies in One Piece. It's like Pokemon rules.
Yeah,
Someone actually dies.
They just faint.
Like, someone actually dies in this show.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it took him like 20 years of courage to kill
well,
someone.
Shit.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
I feel bad now because I
Good.
literally.
I mean, if anything, it's kind of a fucking miracle that you went all this time
Yeah.
without knowing that plot
Yeah.
No,
twist.
so the thing is, right, is that like with a series like One Piece, where there are just so many spoilers,
Yeah.
in passing, I hear things, and then like I just kind of don't think much of it. So
Like
it
you don't
kinda-
know it in context, right?
Yeah, and so it kind of just goes to the back of my head.
yeah.
Like I will be honest with you, so you don't feel that bad. I have heard that before.
Yeah.
But like I didn't like
It didn't
connect
click.
dots or
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
really like, so I when I'd heard it, I was like, fuck, I have heard that before.
Is your live reaction on?
Yes.
Do we have our reactions downloaded? I want.
I want to see the moment where Connor finds out.
Yeah, no, I did.
Because I remember, watching it, I was like, oh,
I didn't pause. I just carried on, but I was like screaming.
yeah, because they kind of reveal it in a very subtle way.
No, they don't. They just straight up say it.
Actually, Kai, can you give us the mouse and keyboards? This probably probably good.
It's crazy because they just like show glance. It's okay. By the way, this is amazing. By the way, like
Yeah.
One Piece
Oh,
Fan
it's
Letter
so
was-
good.
Okay,
I
okay,
loved
yeah.
everything about this.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I just
Yeah.
thought it was funny. It's the one time in this thing where they pretty much just straight up say an unadulterated spoiler. So if you're not caught up past that arc,
Yeah.
don't watch this.
Get to at least the time
What's
skip.
crazy is that I was so close. I was so close.
See, I interpreted it because we've only. Have we ever really talked about One Piece on the podcast?
No.
Have you talked about One Piece on the podcast? Because
No, because he was making his way through it.
Yeah,
right?
so we
didn't
talked
want to
about-
talk. We didn't want to talk too much about One Piece in case we accidentally said something.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be a spoiler for Connor.
Yeah, I think here's my envision now because I think the reason why I've given up on that video is people get really sad when I say I've given up on it.
Yeah.
Is because I had lost a lot of the footage to begin with, which is obviously not great.
Yeah,
And
which is the worst way that a video
yeah,
can
and
die.
also
Yeah.
I started the project and I was really ambitious about it and I was really happy about it. And then as time went on, I slowly was like, like I like One Piece and I'm enjoying it, but I'm not as passionate about it as I thought I was hoping I'd be.
yeah,
And so making this whole all-encompassing video about One Piece felt disingenuous when I wasn't as invested as I was hoping I would be.
and also One Piece.
But I had a good time with it though.
And also One Piece is just a fucking mega project to begin
Yeah,
with.
I mean, I was expecting it to be a long video, but then as it was going on, I was like, I don't think I'm passionate enough to make a 7-hour video about
Yeah.
this. Like, I think I could pay my editor to put something together, but I don't think it would be what I would want it to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
which is basically why, spoiler alert, I asked Connor to
Yeah,
be
he was like, "Can I make
hey,
one?"
can I do it then? Because I need an excuse to catch up to One Piece.
so I was like, yeah, fuck it. But then
Yeah,
I also think it'll be fun because then we can do like a.
Which is great because now I can just talk to you about One Piece casually.
Well, I'd love to do like eventually when I catch up, which I just need to sit down and do.
Well, you don't need to catch up. You've watched basically. I mean, you've got to Marineford.
watched, like, 20
I
years
thought
worth.
I thought you finished Marineford, and then you stopped afterwards because that arc is peak to me. But I thought
I'm going to go back and re get into it, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd love to do a couple of trash episodes where we can just go over it all. Anyway,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
One Piece fan letter.
I think this is the moment.
Yes,
right
this is
here.
the moment where the character, one of the Marines, who, by the way, I love these guys.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. Yeah, look at this.
He
Yeah.
lost it.
I'm just kind of like, what?
The silent.
I didn't know that.
It took like you can see like the cogs turning in his head, being like, "Wait, what did he say?
What did he say?"
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah.
passing.
Because I knew the time skip was coming next, so I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was the only downside, is that I did get spoiled. But other than that, it was awesome. Like, it was great. Like,
oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh my god, like watching this like took me back to when I was like, 10, 11 years old, and the first time I like really got into One Piece. Like, it made me feel like a kid again watching
Yeah.
this.
it felt like something like you would see on YouTube, like a fan would make.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like in terms of like the way the story was laid out, like it was
Yeah.
just an honest to God love letter to the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was great. I was seeing all these characters pop up. I'm like, I know that guy. Whoa!
There's so many little Easter eggs in here, and one thing that I really was impressed with was just the quality of the storytelling for a 24-minute
good.
episode.
That's what I said at the end of my thing. I was like, this had better like pacing and storytelling than
One Piece.
most 12
And One Piece,
and One
actually.
Piece, and most 12 episode anime coming out recently. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of exhausted halfway through. I was like, oh my God, we're getting through a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, okay. I feel like getting invested, and I know that it's going to end in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there are like some really fucking amazing scenes in here. One of my favorite scenes is kind of like midway through. I think the beginning was like just the perfect. When I first saw this, I saw the first like 10 minutes, and I was just like, haha, Easter eggs, haha.
Yeah, yeah.
They're having some fun conversations. And then the story of the two brothers like starts.
Yeah.
Two bars, stories.
And you're like, oh, they're going in on the storytelling on this. The direction of the scene where you see the ground view of the Whitebeard War arc, you're just like, holy shit, this is some insane like cinematography and storytelling they got here.
For sure.
And it was kind of like, it kind of just puts into perspective just what you would probably be like within the world of One Piece.
Yeah.
You know, how fucking helpless you are in the world of One Piece.
Those guys at the bar, that's basically us.
I mean, I'd be the janitor.
That's basically us being like, nah, Zoro's the goat. Nah, Mihawk is the goat.
I love that they included a scene where it was just a bunch of guys at the bar arguing over who's the strongest person in One Piece. That's-
Very, very true to
That's
life.
the entire fan base right now.
this is just us right now.
Yeah.
We are those guys.
Yeah,
The
for
guy was
sure.
like, yeah, Zoro's got potential. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
He's
so
like,
good.
who Sanji? Who? No one gives a shit about Sanji.
So how did this like come about? Like, what was the story behind why this was made? Because this is kind of unusual for a project.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
I don't know.
honestly. I'm not sure what the backstory of this is. This is just kind of dropped one day. I'm sure.
It's by Toei, right?
Yes, it's by Toei, but
I saw Oda has like writing credit in this as well, from what I saw.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or something like that. He's like involved in it in one way. I definitely saw his name pop up in the credits.
But
in
I
some
wouldn't be
aspect.
surprised if he was just a producer on this.
Oh, could've been, yeah.
Because this is okay. Here's the real question: do you guys count this as filler? You know what I mean?
By if you were to go by the definition of it, yeah, this is filler.
Technically, yes.
Because
Yeah.
this doesn't have any bearing on the plot.
It doesn't. But it's like what? At what point are you just like, wait, this is no bearing on the plot.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the manga or anything like that. This is anime original scenes. But it has better. It's a better product than a lot of even like canon stuff.
Yeah, I think though, like this is filler in the best way possible. In that, if you're going to produce filler in any kind of anime, it should be used in this aspect where it's used more so to like aid and enrich the story and enrich the world that you're in for the entire story, right? And
Yeah.
like in that aspect, like this was the best filler episode that One Piece could have had, because it's like, I don't know any of these characters. We're probably never going to see any of these characters ever again.
I want to. I'm invested in all their stories.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, we're never going to see these characters again, but they built it up in 24 minutes to a point where it's like, but I want to see what happens with these characters. Like, I want to know more about these characters now.
Yeah.
And like, how many filler episodes can do that as effective as this did?
How many filler arcs can do that?
Yeah, right?
You know, some of the characters in this left more of an impact on me in like 25 minutes than most anime, like entire
That's
anime
what I'm saying.
series.
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Because when I saw screenshots, I was like, oh, do you know what I originally thought when I saw the poster and screenshots out of context? I was like, is this like Nami's backstory or something?
Yeah, the
thought-
character does look like Nami.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
she was like a young Nami.
Yeah, I thought she was a young
Yeah.
Nami the first I saw it, and then I was like, oh, she's just
She's a Nami fan.
She's just a Nami mega fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Which there was one scene where I was just like, where I think Usopp helps the Nami fangirl. I'm like, bro, come on, you don't know the Straw Hat Pirates? Come on, girl, come on.
You call yourself a Nami
she's like,
fan?
yeah,
Yeah.
a big Nami fan. You don't know her like best friend. Or
Yeah.
So you call yourself a Nami fan? You don't even know who Usopp is, bruh. Fake fan.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'll tell you a trope that I've been really that I've seen a lot in anime recently, but I'm kind of like liking this trope that's appearing. It's big gruff burly man actually likes cutesy things.
Oh my god, yeah, the fucking general who's like mad in love with Chopper. I think in my video I was like, damn, he's just like me for real. Like, I get you, dude.
Is that, I was confused watching that. I was like, is this like a canon thing in One Piece or is it like a fun little throwaway?
It's just a fun little throwaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is this like a plot device, like Akamega Kill, where he's like, this is like going to be decide one of the wars because he can't kill Chopper.
no.
Like,
He just fucking thinks Chopper is cute. And I'm like, you know what? I
Yeah.
can't disagree.
it's great.
Love Chopper.
Yeah, it was just really fun. There was nothing about this that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
The animation style was
Oh,
phenomenal.
the animation's so good in this.
Yeah.
Everything was great. Everything
Yeah,
was so good.
because I've really liked the different art style that they did for this short film as
Yeah.
well. I don't know. I know it's like an up and coming director who worked on this, but I would love to see more of their work, especially not even like in the One Piece universe. I would love to see more films like this where it's One Piece adjacent or not even like any big anime adjacent, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I think we'll have no shortage of One Piece adjacent stuff coming.
Yeah. Because
Eventually.
I
think
also...
it's an inevitability.
I also recorded my reaction to this, and even though I've already seen it, I think I actually enjoyed it even more the second time.
Because it's so fast paced that I feel like in your first watch through, I feel like I missed a lot of like subtleties and nuances that I'm sure I'll pick up again, you know, is with subsequent watches.
yeah.
Because like that's one thing I also noticed as well. I was like, at first I was watching this and I was like, damn, this is going really fucking fast. Like
Yeah.
how much are they gonna cover? Because I thought again when I looked at the poster of it, I thought it was gonna be kind of more like a slice of lifey, like kind of slower paced story.
Yeah.
And then just like from the first like 12 minutes, I was like, wow, we've covered more plot than like 3 episodes worth of anime.
We've covered more plot than half of Wano at this point.
Yeah, legit.